Coming up on this week's edition of Hydro Headlines, Manitoba Hydro is looking for ways to balance a budget. PG&E has withdrawn a FERC application for relicensing. The IFC has arranged financing for a rehabilitation project in Armenia. And learn how you can participate in the METS program as part of Waterpower Week in Washington. I'm Michael Harris, editor for the Hydro Group, filling in this week for Greg Poindexter. Starting off in Canada, provincial utility company Manitoba Hydro has announced it will eliminate around 900 positions and raise consumer rates to combat mounting debt. The reduction represents about 15% of the company's 6,200-person workforce and will save Manitoba Hydro up to $49.7 million, according to President and CEO Kelvin Shepherd. The 900 cuts will be made in part of what Manitoba Hydro calls a voluntary departure plan, which will begin this spring. The move comes as the company's debt continues to grow. Sources report Manitoba Hydro's debt stood around $10 million last fall, but could nearly double within the next 3 years. Now in the United States, the Pacific Gas and Electric Company has announced it will withdraw its application for a new operating license from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission for the 26.4 megawatt DeSable Centerville facility. The utility said it expects to withdraw the application later this month and requests that FERC initiate its orphan project process. The process would allow other qualified entities to apply for a license to operate the plant in the future, which PG&E supports. However, PG&E said DeSable Centerville is no longer economically viable for it, due in part to a more competitive renewable energy market and increasing regulatory requirements. The project actually includes a trio of powerhouses, which are DeSable, Toadtown, and Centerville, which are located on Butte Creek in California. Moving to Europe, the International Finance Corporation has arranged a $140 million financing package that will help project owner Contour Global upgrade the Armenian Voratan Cascade. The funding includes $45 million from IFC, $65 million from the Netherlands Development Finance Company, and $30 million from the German Investment and Development Corporation. The money will be invested into rehabilitation and modernization work at the Cascade's 3 plants, which are located on the Voratan River in southern Armenia. New York-based Contour Global acquired the projects in 2015 through what was reported as being the largest ever U.S. investment into Armenia. The company then received permission from the country's Public Services Regulatory Commission to attract loans for the upgrade project in December. And last, time is almost up to submit an abstract for the poster presentation portion of the 5th Annual Marine Energy Technology Symposium in Washington, D.C. Those interested in presenting at METS must submit a 300-word abstract by Wednesday, February 15th for consideration. The METS Organizing Committee will review abstracts before notifying authors of their acceptance on March 1st. METS is held during the National Hydropower Association's Waterpower Week in Washington, which also includes NHA's annual conference and the Marine Renewable Energy Conference. These combined events take place May 1st through 3rd at the Capitol Hilton in Washington, D.C. So for more information about the event or to submit a poster for consideration, visit nationalhydroconference.com. That's it for this edition of Hydro Headlines, brought to you this week and every week by Hydro Consulting and Maintenance Services. And until next week, be sure to check out hydroworld.com for daily industry updates and follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook for even more ways to interact.